Hello everybody. So obviously today I was not prepared to make a video. I didn't plan on making a video at all, hence why I look like this. I'm literally still in my pajamas. But I felt like the urge because recently I have been watching a lot of YouTube videos about people's paranormal experiences and things like that, and I kind of just felt the urge, like I have a lot to say about, the paranormal and things like that. And if you hear any noise, like that's my dog in the background. So I'm like, okay, well, I have a lot to say about the paranormal, and this one incident in particular kept popping up into my mind these past couple of days, and I'm like, oh, I want to make a video on that. Never got a chance to. The next day, I want to make a video on that. Never got a chance to. So I figured while I'm here, impulsively, let me just make this video. So basically, the events that I'm about to tell you about happened when I was about, I want to say maybe 11 or 12. So it happened back when I was that age, and basically what had happened was me and my mom, my stepdad and my brother all moved into a new apartment. Now this apartment complex was brand new. These apartments were just built. So having experienced paranormal things previously in the house that we lived in before, which I'll make a different video on that, I thought there's no way that anything could be going on here because they're new. They're brand new. No one has lived there. No one has died there. Nothing. So I'm thinking, great, I'm going to get a break from all of this happening. So we move in, and actually at the time that they officially moved in, I wasn't with them. I was staying with my dad for a couple of days. So the first night that I spent there was maybe their third. So, oh my God. I'm so sorry. Like, I have my phone literally resting on like a plant right now, so ignore it. But, yeah, so I went there. Now, I can't remember if this experience happened the first day that I slept there or maybe the second or third, but I know that it was very, very soon when I got there. So I loved the house. I loved this apartment. It was big. It was nice, brand new, everything. I was loving it. Brand new carpet, and the reason why I say that, you're probably like, well, what the heck does carpet have to do with anything? You'll see in a little. So, everything was nice, and I'm like, oh, thank God, like, I'm gonna get a break. And usually, I'm very intuitive about the way that energies feel, the way that places feel, and initially, I thought, this place doesn't feel bad, like, I feel comfortable. So, I go into my room, and I fall asleep. Now, maybe this was around 8 or 9. Again, I'm like 11 or 12, so I might have had school the next day, so I'm just like, let me go to bed a little early. So I go to bed. It's maybe 8 or 9, and I wake up, like just wake up on my own. Nothing scared me awake, nothing startled me. I kind of just woke up, and it was very weird because usually when I just wake up, I'm like kind of cranky, a little groggy, like everybody, and I'm just like, I was wide awake, and that never happens. I'm like, wow, I'm awake right now. Is it morning? Like, but I'm looking around and it's dark, and I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what time it is. I had to have been asleep for about maybe 3 or 4 hours. So it wasn't too long after I went to bed, but my parents were already in bed. So that's how I know it had to be around 11 or 12, 11 at night, 12 in the morning, maybe even 1. So I kind of just woke up, and this story, you guys, this story is the reason that I literally sleep with my door closed every single day of my life now. Like, I don't care where I am, I sleep with my door closed. I always close the door. And this is why. So I had a bunk bed. Now, I didn't really have it for any particular reason, but I always slept on the bottom because the bottom bunk was bigger. So I just liked the bigger bed. Actually, maybe this was before I got the bunk bed. This might have been before I got the bunk bed, because I think I got the bunk bed a couple years after we lived there. So I might have just had like a normal, like a twin size bed. And the way my room was set up is my bed was against the wall, like where the door was. So I don't know how to explain this. This is like, anyway, so there was the door. So here's a wall, right? So here's the door, and then my bed was like right here, like against this wall. So when I'm sleeping in my bed, I can clearly, like, I'm looking at a wall, but the door is right here. So basically my room was just set up like you would come in the door, and then there was just this little area that you could kind of just walk around. I had a little desk over in this area. It was kind of in the shape, a pattern that you could walk in like an L. It was like an L, because my bed was like right here. So I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but if you can picture it, that's great. If you can't, it's okay. So I woke up and I heard somebody walking down the hallway. Now, my brother's room was right across the hallway, in between. So this is the hallway, this is my room, this is my brother's room. In between the hallway, there's a bathroom right here, and that was me and my brother's bathroom. My parents' room, there was the living room, there was the kitchen, the dining room, and my parents' room was all the way on the other side of the house. And my brother was not even a year old, so my brother could not walk, and my brother was still in a crib. Keep this in mind. So I wake up and I hear footsteps coming down the hall. And I don't know if any of you know what this sounds like, but when it's very quiet in a house and you can hear somebody walking on carpet very clearly, you can hear like, ch, 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 ch. You can hear it. And these footsteps were so loud and so real that I'm expecting my mom to walk through my door any second. Like, I'm literally getting chills thinking about this, because you guys, I expected it to be my mom or somebody, because either my mom or my stepdad, because they were loud. So I hear them coming towards my room. This part, oh my God, I'm like, my eyes are starting to tear, because this was terrifying. The footsteps came into my room and started to walk around to the side of my bed. I could hear these footsteps and I can hear where they were, but there was nobody there. Like, these footsteps were walking around in my room, but there was no one there. It scared the living shit out of me. I froze. I could not move. I could not talk. I was terrified. Across from my bed, around where my desk was, I had a bean bag. You know, those big, like, bags that you sit in that are filled with, like, beads. I heard the beanbag move, like somebody just sat in it. Like, you can hear, they're loud too, like, you know. I heard somebody sit in it. I turn my head and there is a freaking imprint of somebody sitting in the beanbag, but there's no one there. Like, the beanbag was indented, like there was someone sitting there. Oh my God, I'm getting chills. Guys, I was terrified. I screamed for my mom so loud. I'm like, Mom. I hear their door fly open because I'm screaming like somebody is killing me. So I hear their door fly open. I hear my mom coming towards my bedroom like, what's wrong? She comes into the bedroom and I'm like, there's somebody in my room. And that's all I could say because I didn't know how to explain it. I'm like, there's someone in my room. I don't know what to say. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, there's somebody here. There's somebody in my room. So she's looking around the room. At this point, I wasn't really paying attention to the beanbag. I was more like, Mom, there's someone in my room. So I can't remember if like the beanbag still looked like that. But she's looking around my room. Like, she looks in my closet, you know. She's looking all over the place, and she's like, Jillian, there's no one here. I'm like, Mom, someone came in my room. And obviously this is like scaring the shit out of her because she's like, what are you talking about? Like, someone came in your room. So she was like, it's okay, Jillian. I told her kind of what I heard. I'm like, Mom, I heard noises. I heard noises of someone coming into my room. She's like, Jillian, it's okay. This is a new house. You know, the house is settling. So at this point, I'm like, okay, like, maybe I am a little overreacting, which I wasn't, but I'm like, all right. Do not ask me how I slept in that room the rest of the night, because, like, if this happened to me now, I would not be able to sleep, but I gathered up the courage to sleep in that room the rest of the night. And there is more things that happened in that house, so I'm probably going to make a follow-up video about the other things that happened in that house, and then also I'm also going to make a follow-up video on how we found out what that area was before they built the apartments. So that was my most terrifying paranormal experience. I remember it like it was yesterday. I don't think I'll ever forget it. People can think I'm crazy all they want when I say I heard footsteps come into my room and I saw my beanbag, like someone was sitting in it. People can think I'm crazy, but it was the most terrifying thing that I've ever experienced. So that's all for this video, but I'm definitely going to make a follow-up video telling you about the other things that I experienced in that house, because that was not it. The other things I experienced in that house, and then what we found out it was. Once I tell you this, you'll be like, oh my God, everything adds up. Yeah, it's crazy. So that's it for today's video, and I might make this follow-up within maybe the next couple of days, maybe the next couple of weeks, depending on how things go in my life. I know it's been a while since I uploaded. I know that I was making the series of 10 of the most haunted places in America. I do have the information for video number 2. I haven't had the I don't even know what you call that, like the energy to make it yet, and I've also been very busy, and this video is a little short, so and I felt the need to get it off my chest, because I've been watching all these paranormal things lately, and I'm like, oh, I really want to tell my story. So this is going to turn into like a paranormal channel, because I have so many things that I can say. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you do, okay, I don't know if I'm crazy, but when I looked into the camera, I just saw an orb fly down like this. Like, please tell me you guys saw that. Please tell me you guys saw that. And if you didn't, rewind, because I'm almost 100% sure that I just saw a white, oh my God. This is why I don't like talking about things that have happened to me, because every time I talk about things that happen to me, something starts happening. So I'm going to go back and watch this now. I'm going to edit and I'm going to post and give it a thumbs up, or, you know, comment if there's anything else that you want me to touch on. I'm really good with paranormal stuff. So if you do want to hear me talk about other things, signs that you're being haunted, you know, I actually studied like demonology for a little bit. I haven't for a while. It kind of fell off, but I could get back into it. Just let me know if you guys are interested in any of that kind of stuff. I'll probably end up posting videos for the people who are. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will be back with a follow-up video on this. Bye guys.